Hello guys, how we doing? Welcome back to the West Ham World YouTube channel. Apologies, I do not know what happened with yesterday's video. Obviously I went live, did a good sort of 15-20 minutes for you guys, the people that did watch live, you know, loads of participation. For some reason only 5 minutes uploaded. And a few comments this morning when I woke up, and it was like, oh, where's all the, you know, the bit where you read the comments out, and it sort of just abruptly cuts off. And I do apologise for that, guys. Apologies for the lighting. You know, it's the best chance I get to make the video. I won't be able to do one tonight, so I thought I'd do, you know, one of my classic walking news ones. Yeah, I hope you're all well. Anyway, let's go into it a little bit again, because, you know, I deleted yesterday's video because, like I say, it cut out too short. So, as you all know, when the lineup came out yesterday, very, very disappointing. You know, Rodriguez, 5 at the back. And I just thought the worst, you know. No Potsy, no Magasu, who had the game of his life at Old Trafford. Morning, mate, how are you? I was worried. I was really, really worried. But I think, you know, was it negative and was it defensive? Yes. But was it effective and was it working? Yes. You know, I thought we was doing okay for big parts of that game. You know, we nullified them. Did they see a lot of the ball? Yes. Brighton did see a lot of the ball. But we kept it tight. You know what I mean? You know, it is going to be hard to score against us because we put about 8 or 9 players behind the ball. But I thought for most of that game, we were the more dangerous in terms of when we had possession and it did work, that ball over or the ball through. We were getting through. Somerville was a threat. Bowen played better. I thought Fernandez was an absolute machine, you know, doing 2 roles. Like I say, did Rodriguez play bad? No. But did he play good? No. You know, so he Fernandez was doing 2 jobs. I thought the defence was solid. Somerville missed that really huge chance at the end of the first half, which, you know, he needs to be putting that away. You know, that's a big chance. And if you're going to play the way we're going to play now, with this, you know, sort of super defensive sit-in and try and, you know, get the counter-attack, the key to that is you've got to take your chances when you're on the counter-attack. And we missed quite a few yesterday. Somerville in particular, you know, he could have had a hat-trick yesterday. They didn't have a shot on target for a very long time, Brighton. And I thought the second half there was a half-hour spell where I really enjoyed the game. And I know a couple of YouTube channels have said that as well. There was a period where it was like I was really enjoying it. That, you know, we was passing the ball well, we was getting through, we was knocking on the door a lot. Their goalkeeper pulled off an absolute worldie of a save from Somerville's scissor kick, which was really unlucky from us. And you know, we were just knocking on the door, but it just wasn't going in. Callum Wilson come on. I thought he was excellent, like link-up play, you know, trying to create things. If he had Somerville's pace or Somerville had Wilson's finishing, we'd have some top player there. He set up the goal, you know, a really good move, laid it into Bowen. Bowen had a lot of work to do, though. Bowen had a hell of a lot of work to do at that point. But he managed to sort of slide tackle it in, didn't he? I went crazy. It was like, finally, you know, it was like a relief, you know, because we are under so much pressure, and we still are. Really good finish. Then he sort of went a bit mad. Nuno, sorry, my brain went a bit funny there. And then he just sort of, you know, he took off Fernandez, who was, you know, one of our best players. He brought Potts on Magassa, brought on Ezra Myers as well, which was good to see. And we just sort of went deeper and deeper into our shell. Wilson had a really good chance where he could have passed it. That could have made it 2. But yeah, we just went deeper and deeper. And then, you know, eventually they did score. Reuters, you know, sort of handballed it onto... He sort of kneed it onto his hand. And Areola pulled off a great save. Then from the rebound, he put it in. Now, from what I've read, in terms of the way that the FA have sort of described why it was allowed, if it would have went in from the initial shot, so when he's sort of controlled it and he's handed it, it would have been disallowed. But because it was the second part, and it had been saved, that is considered the next bit of play, so that was allowed. So it's ridiculous, but Areola should have let it in, and then it would have been disallowed. And obviously you had the high boot as well, which nearly took, you know, Mav's head off. I think the goal should have been disallowed. I do. You know, it's just, if that was West Ham, it would have been disallowed. It's just sod's law, isn't it? Yep. And then 1-1. We had one more huge chance, and that was the Mavropanos header right at the end. He should have put that in, really. You know, it was, he's tried to do the classic, you know, boom, like that, sort of, to make it go behind him and in. It needed to be a straight header, straight in to the goal. Sort of, he didn't really have to do much with the ball. It was more just to hit it and turn. But yeah, 1-1, and that's how it was. You know, it finished 1-1. Any other day, it's a great result, but it's 2 points drop for me. You know, we're dropping far too many at the minute. You know, we need to be getting wins, because other teams are picking up big results, like Leeds beating Chelsea, drawing with Liverpool. We could very easily, you know, start falling behind. Looks like Forest are sort of starting to go for a bit of a wobble, but it's the games coming up. It's the, you know, Villa, fantastic team. Then you got City. Good God, you don't want to be playing them at the minute. Not sure who it is after that, but we need to get something. And Nuno is making mistakes. There's no doubt about it. There are some mistakes still in there from Nuno, but I think I've got to give him credit in two parts. One credit is, I love that he's using the youth players and they're getting a chance. Those youth players in the youth team at the minute must be thinking, do you know what? We might get a chance here. You know, he's already used Ezra, Potsy, Marshall's had some minutes. Obviously, Scarles, I think, had a couple of minutes under him, didn't he? You know, so I do want to see Earthy as well at some point. But yeah, and the other thing I will give him credit, that something that I used to bang on about Potter, is our players improving under Potter? No, under Nuno. You can say Tobido's got better, Fernandez has got better, and we're definitely not conceding as many goals. We just don't look as potent. But it's not even potent, because some of the attacks we did have yesterday were good attacks, good chances. It's that clinicalness. We need a clinical player. Wilson is clinical, but he hasn't got the pace. So for me, I keep saying it, we need to be in and around that sort of just getting out of it or out of it by January. We need to buy some serious pace and a really clinical, someone who's going to get, you know, towards the end of the season, 7 to 8 goals that could get you out of trouble. A Diafro Saka style player, you know, that comes in and can have a massive purple patch for us. What we got here? Andrew says 1 defeat from 6 in Nuno we trust, but you could also say, is it 2 wins? 2 wins in 6 as well? Sorry, mate, my eyes playing up today. Other guy says morning. What else did I want to touch on? There's just one other thing. Kilman, apparently rumoured to be wanted by Palace. Obviously, Gahey. Why they would want to go and buy Kilman when they're in the top 4 standing? I don't know what they've seen. Mateta wants out. Listen, I don't know whether Mateta would come to West Ham, but I definitely would be trying to sort of do something, because that is exactly the sort of player we need. You know, just a big, aggressive guy who wants to score goals. My man of the match for yesterday, it's a tough one because there was a few. I thought Wilson was brilliant when he come on and was, you know, changed the game. I thought Bowen had a really good game, and I thought Fernandez was fantastic. But I think I'm going to have to give it to Callum Wilson. I think he changed the game. He started getting a bit more clinical when he was there. But yeah, as I say, we're still bang in trouble. I'm not fully confident that we're going to get out of it, I have to admit. I don't think it's a case of we will go down in a whimper. It's more of a, I don't think we've got enough, or we've got to get more clinical and turn these draws into wins and losses into draws, you know, the classic cliches. And we might stand a chance, but we need a win. We do. We need a win. We need to put like 2 wins together and we might just gas it out of it and a couple of teams drop off. I don't think Leeds will go down now. I've seen a fight, and you know, there's real spirit and energy, and someone like, I'm not the biggest fan of Farker, but he, you know, when the team was down, he just went, go for it, absolutely go for it, boys. And that's what we need a little bit from Nuno. I like Nuno. There's something there. There is something now. But I think to get the best, he needs to just have a bit more cojones, you know. Just come on, boys, go for it. Try and get that second. We sit deep and invite pressure. You invite pressure, any Premier League team, I don't care who it is. We've seen it. We've played the Burnleys, we've played the Bournemouths, etc. Bournemouth's a great team though. Every team in the Premier League now has got great quality and will punish you if you give them the ball too much. We do that against Man City. Jesus Christ, that's cricket score. Even Villa, like Morgan Rogers, could kill us, you know. Yeah, so apologies for last night's video not fully uploading. So I got this out for you this morning, guys. Yeah, please like the video before you go. I'll be back later in the week for the preview for the Villa game. Paul's over tomorrow. For those of you who know Paul from the channel, who does the podcast. We're going to Jamiroquai, probably my second favourite group. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that at the O2, because I don't know how many times, you know, Jamiroquai is going to do any more concerts, you know. So I'm really looking forward to that tomorrow. Me and him said we'd do maybe a little 20-minute video together, you know, because we're very rarely, you know, actually in the same room anymore, you know, which is sad, you know, with your best mate. But yeah, so keep an eye for that. We'll do a little thing about what he thinks about West Ham. Be nice for us to be together. And yeah, come on, you irons. What's this last comment? Remember, we're not halfway through the season yet. That's a good point. That's a fair point, mate. That is a fair point. Right, I'm leaving it there because I'm right near work now. Come on, you irons. Keep believing. Let's go.